Hey, Muiz Meor here. You are listening to Hey Myself Podcast. Cue the music, baby. Hello, and welcome back to Hey Myself Podcast. I am Muiz Meor, your host. Oh my. We are. It's been so long since I'm doing this podcast. I totally miss you guys, man. I totally miss you guys. It's just so great to finally have the opportunity to do this episode, and this is probably the last episode of Hey Myself Podcast for 2021. Wow, I didn't expect that, right? I was like, no, this is not gonna be the last episode of Hey Myself Podcast. This is gonna be the last episode for 2021 because I don't know, something just kicks in for me doing this episode because they are, we're in the brink of end of the year. It's crazy because I'm still processing 2020, which is a crazy moment for me. I didn't realize that we are already in the brink of falling into 2022. So, um, look, I just want to say I am so sorry because today's episode I don't plan to do this episode, but I just have the feeling, hey, let's since we are not doing Hey Myself podcast for a long time, how about we just do? And I was like, okay, let me plan first. And then my other personality told me that no, you don't need to plan because if you keep planning, you're gonna ruin the moment. You are you I am going to be so, overthink about what am I gonna say, and it's just gonna take a long time. It's a long process. So I'm not gonna prepare. I am gonna sound super awkward and super weird, and some people might be thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about? I don't know. Okay, so I want to say I'm so sorry because I don't prepare what am I gonna say. I'm just saying what came through my mind. So bear with me. I don't know how long this episode is gonna be. It's already 2.5 minutes since we're in. This is the intro. I am so sorry. And probably I won't edit because I'm so effing lazy to edit. So yeah. Alright, so for today's episode we are going to discuss, and mainly I'm gonna share with you what have I've been through in 2021. Obviously, of course, it's the end of the year. Of course, people gonna share their 20 what happened in their 2021, whether it's good or bad, yada yada yada. But for me, it's been man. I've said this a lot to my friends and to others that my 2021 has been rolling in pain. I don't know because I started 2021 in pain, and mainly I was so emotionally, spiritually, mentally unstable for like I don't know 7 to 8 months in 2021, which is kind of bad. But thankfully, I keep on believing in myself. So, uh, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say because because I haven't planned, but here are some lessons that I've learned from 2021. So, the first lesson I've learned is not to give up on myself. So, on 2020, so we're gonna rewind back at time. On 2020, I've created some for those people who following me on during those TikTok and Instagram days, which is currently I've quit. That's another story, another day for another story. So I'm not gonna say this in here because it's gonna be super long. I created contents, tried my best to create daily content, but I failed miserably. And then I felt suddenly I put my worth into numbers, which is crazy. And at the end of the day, the quality of the contents that I created getting low because I was so seeking the so many views, seeking the how many people are gonna like my post and yada yada and all those stuffs. And apparently, I quit because of that. And also during my 22nd birthday, which is this year, earlier this year, I I contemplated suicide. So, look, I'm not gonna share my suicide story right now, right here, because I don't want to get too emotional. Suddenly, I'm just crying my eyes out, and it's just gonna be super weird and awkward. So, yeah, I'm gonna save that story for another day. Okay. Uh, so yeah, and then how to not. I figured out how to not giving up on myself. Still, even though I still feel I want to do those things, but I thank God I don't, because if I did, I won't be here. I won't be here speaking to you guys. So, um, yeah. But mainly, how do I not giving up on myself is because, of course, the cliche parts. I surrounded myself with positive environment. And positive environment, what I mean by positive environment is I read books, which is super weird because I truly hate reading books. I truly hate reading actually, but when it comes to books had that contains successful stories from successful people, I was so into those kind of books. I'm not into self development book because it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain, but for me, it feels like a cliche kind of method. So instead of reading or listening to those kind of books, how about I just listen to memoirs, autobiographies, and stuffs. And number two, no, we're still in number one part. Don't give up on yourself. And mainly, I listen to podcasts. Yeah, mainly listen to podcasts. Listen to podcasts, and what else did I do? I go to therapy. Yeah, and that goes to number two, which is taking charge of my mental health. I there's this kind of stigma when you feel like you need help, when you're seeking help, you are crazy. You know what I mean? Um, when you want to seek professional help, so when you're going to want to go see a therapist, you're going to see a counselors or see a psychiatrist and seeking medications for your mental stability, people kind of say you're crazy, man. Why do you want to see a therapist? Why do you want to see psychotherapist? And as a guy, as a kid that growing up not believing in seeking professional help, that kind of bugs me out because, when you keep all your problems, all your struggles inside, you don't share to other people. It's hard, man. It's hard. You're gonna feel more hurt and you're gonna hurt other people. Hurt people. And that's bad. We don't want that kind of people in our society. We want a positive and cheerful environment so healed people can heal others, right? And yeah, after I taking charge of my mental health, I'm getting so much better, man. I'm not joking. It's real though. It's a real talk right here. Go to see a therapist, and me and my therapist worked together, and we had a few sessions, and then she tried to help me, and I've gone through weekly counseling in my university. Uh, for now, I've consistently go every week, like for about 2 months, I guess, and I was like, wow, I'm getting better. The irony of going to counseling sessions or therapy session is that you don't have to go to seek professionals' help when you are in need of help. You can just go to seek professionals' help, even though you are doing better, just to give some updates, just to give some updates. Hey, I'm doing better today. So I just want to say, okay, what kind of things that you experience that makes you feel good? And then you're gonna say, okay, because I met these people, because I do this, because I eat this food, because I do this, yada yada yada, and whatsoever. So in the future, when you be in your dark moods, I would say, you can reflect back. Oh, what did I do when I in a good mood? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can reflect and you can rethink and you can redo those activities back. Yeah, of course, obviously it's not gonna be as desirable, I would say. I don't know the words. You don't feel 100% enjoyable doing those things, but at least you got some glimpse of joy, right? And that's number two. And okay, maybe this is gonna be super early to say this, but I'm just gonna say just seek professionals' help. Okay. Um, no matter whether you are a man, a woman, a guy, or a girl, whatever your gender is, just seek help from therapists. Just seek help from professionals. Sorry. Yeah, obviously, of course, you don't trust people, not so much, and of course, I had doubts too when I when I seek help from therapists and counselors. But then after go through 2 to 3 sessions, our trust it builds up, and that's a good thing. And that would be my point number three, which is keep strengthening your faith in humanity. And so for earlier this year, 2021, as I mentioned before, I wanted to contemplate suicide because because I feel I don't have any purpose left in my in my life, and I feel like nobody is helping me, not even my family. I think, look, I'm not gonna. This episode is not gonna me butchering people's my family's out. I'm not saying my family is a bad person. They are truly great people, but because they were grown up in an era of not knowing how to handle mental health, mental illness, and all those stuffs, so they decided to just sit down and try their best to help me. But I am the one who's pushing them away, and including my friends. So right now, starting COVID, I don't know, man. I had lots of friends, but I keep my circle of friends small. Yeah, I had lots of friends, lots of uh, not so called friends, I would say. They were just people that the people that I met from events, from physical classes, obviously group assignments and stuff. But my circle of friends contain only, I guess, around less than 5 people, I guess. 5 to 10 people around average. I don't know. I'm gonna keep my head count. But mainly, losing faith in humanity sucks, man. Because I'm gonna share my experience though. Because I was pointing fingers at people. It's your fault. It's his fault. It's her fault that I'm in this place. Oh, I'm in a the feeling of, oh, nobody suffers like me. Nobody suffers worse than me. But the thing is, look, everybody suffers. Everybody suffers, but the irony of it is we suffer in a different kind of level. So you are not the only one. Okay, I would say you are not the only one, and there are always so many people that willing to help you. All right, even even if you're listening to this episode right now, you feel like, oh wow, there's something that you can learn and you feel safe listening to this episode or others or other episode. I would say thank you for that, for thinking that I'm a safe place for you. What the hell did I say? We talk about this, man. but anyway, losing faith in humanity sucks because it kind of grabs you and drown you into fear of caging you into some sort of bubble or cage where you isolate yourself thinking that I don't want to know people anymore, because of past traumas that you've been feeling. And how to heal, I guess, just expose yourself to people. Because people are full of surprises, man. People are full of surprises. And just like what Jay Shetty mentioned in his book, Think Like a Monk, chapter 10, I guess, relationships. People are a world. No, what's the word? What's the quote? I don't remember. It's some sort of like this. People are like a new world to explore. And indeed it is. Indeed it is. When you go expose yourself to talk to new people or even talk to your friends, just just share your experiences. You guys sit down and hang out and talk about life, talk about, hey, I struggle from this and yada yada yada, and then you've been open up, you've been open and being vulnerable, you share your struggles, and then you know that, oh my god, you suffer from this thing too, I don't know that. And it's a surprise. It's a surprise for that. It's just weird, you know, because yeah, we don't know other people's stories, and then you try your best not to judge. You try your best not to judge just accordingly. I don't know the words. You got my point, right? Yeah, expose yourself to people, just talk to them, and then of course there are gonna be lots of, I would say, crappy people, but I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, there are still beautiful and kind and pure hearted souls out there. So yeah, keep on exposing yourself to people. when you had when you meet toxic people, just cut them away. Okay, just cut them away, and just have a conversation with yourself. You're thinking, should I cut him, or should I cut him or her or this person because he or she did this to me and I feel toxic. And then just have a conversation with yourself, and you decide whether he or she is toxic or not. And that brings the number, sorry, I lost count, number 4. I don't know. I don't know, I lost count. So I think no, that would bring lesson number 4, or next lesson would be talking to myself a lot. I talk to myself a lot, man, during this pandemic time, but I think I had more conversation with myself during 2021, because I during the first lesson I've learned, I decided to give up on myself, right? And I would say, dude, don't give up on yourself. The world still You still had lots of things to do, man. You still had lots of things to do, and you had this set of goals, like list of goals, like or you want to call it New Year's resolutions or whatsoever, you just call it. And you still got lots of things to do, and don't give up yet. Just live your life and try your best to achieve those goals. And it's gonna be super weird to talk to yourself at first. It's gonna be super uncomfortable, awkward, and people gonna label you crazy. I'm getting lots of people seeing me whenever I'm being with myself, and then I'll just suddenly talk to myself, just like what I'm doing right now. People just stare at me, man. People are just like, what? What the hell is that guy? Is he crazy? you know, that kind of feeling. That kind of feeling. They just stare normally at me, but then in my feeling was just like, it's just like that kind of crazy things. And so, what to talk to yourself? I don't know how to explain that, but mainly what I talk to myself is whenever when I feel happy, I would just definitely talk about happy things. I'm just gonna do some crazy stuffs, crazy crap things. For example, dancing, vibing with the music and stuff, uh, and then I reflect on what makes me happy, and it kind of memorizing that. And then when I had bad days, when I feel like I don't want to talk, I would just ask myself. Oh no, I would say every day I try to check in with myself. Every single day I try my best to check in with myself. Whenever I wake up, whenever I don't feel great, I would definitely just ask myself, hey dude, how you doing today? Good? Yeah. That's so good. Well, I would say, okay, can you care to explain to me? And then I'll explain. I would say, okay, yeah, I'm feeling a little crappy today because of work, because of I'm not feeling productive and whatsoever. And then another set of question I would ask: why did you feel that way? And then I would sometimes when I don't know how to answer, I would just definitely say I don't know how to answer that. But later in the future, if I know, I would definitely share it to you. And of course, this is not gonna be an overnight kind of thing. Yeah, I didn't had this, I would say, compassionate conversation with myself overnight. It took me years, years to have, and I still now suck at having this compassionate conversation with myself, because at some point in your life sometimes you don't know what you're going to talk about to yourself, right? Sometimes you just like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. It's just like you're pushing the good the good kid inside you, right? And so yeah, keep on practicing, keep on having conversation with yourself, whether you're having good or bad days, so that you could calm yourself down, so that you could reflect. And I think that was it, I guess. Man, I truly suck at talking this. I don't know what we've been talking. It's already 22 minutes. Sorry guys. If you feel bored, I'm so sorry right now, because I just don't know what to talk. Just plan out, just randomly talk about some random stuff. But it's the end of the new year. So, yeah, I would say I think those are the lessons that I've learned from 2021. So, suddenly a question came across my mind, is that what would you I hate the word advice. Let us replace with another word. Um, Tokens of wisdom. Oh wow, that's cool, right? Token of wisdom. What kind of wisdom words? Yeah, wisdom words which you give to yourself during those dark days. Uh, my wisdom words. I don't know what to say, man. But when I was in that kind of dark moods, I definitely just need someone to hold me accountable. But then I realized that I can't depend on others, so I need to had myself to hold me accountable. So that's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. It's super uncomfortable, awkward, and painful. So I had to learn no matter what. And so same goes to you. It's okay. Take your time. Embrace your feeling, because allowing yourself whatever you're feeling, whether you're happy or sad or angry or whatsoever, it's a valid thing. It's a thing, though. It's a thing, because don't shy away from what you're feeling, because your body is telling you something. You're feeling this way because of what? You need to, because your body is forcing you to think. Why did you feel this way? I'm feeling angry. Do you really feel angry? Yeah, I really do feel angry. Why do you feel angry? Because this guy annoyed me so damn much. What did that guy do? Oh, he just did this and that. Did you ask him what happened to him? No, I don't, because I think he's an asshole and he just hurts my feeling. Okay, how about you just calm yourself down and then ask him or her what is happening. And then it's kind of like you kind of feel like you want to think, oh yeah, let me have a conversation with him or her. And so yeah, that would be it, I guess. And to hold yourself accountable, it's a long journey. But mainly thing I want to say is don't give up on yourself, because you had a really long journey ahead, and the world still needs you. Even though you feel like you don't belong, you are. You do belong here. Because of those external voices keep telling you that you're not belong, it's super weird. And yeah. So I guess that's it for the lessons and the wisdom words. So what I hope for in 2022. Well, first of all, I hope that I don't start my 2022 with pain. I hope that I don't have to go through all the crappy days again. as long as it could be. Of course, I'm gonna feel. Of course, those crappy days gonna come again and again and again. Um, but I hope it doesn't stay too long. And for that, I need to reflect back. I need to look back on my journals, and I need to look back at the things that made me happy. I need to, I need to, yeah, hold myself accountable and have a conversation with myself, and hang out with people that brings the vibe, you know. And speaking of hanging out with people that bring giving me the vibe, the great vibe. I would say I am so grateful that this year I met lots of super supportive people. I'm not joking though. I'm not joking. At first, I was kind of reluctant to go back to campus because I was like, "Oh my God, I am the only person that goes back." No, me and one of my friends, one of my circle of friends, only two of us, but we are in a really different hostels. Um, I was gonna bum about that. And then after day by day, after days passed, and I've joined some activities and met lots of new and awesome people, I would just like, wow, my faith in humanity just grow, just rise up the faith in humanity. So I would like to say thank you to all those people that made my days happy and awesome. And I just want to say you guys are just so damn awesome. That and I truly mean it. So yeah, thank you. And so yeah, that was it. I keep saying it, the word that was it, and people just be like, "What the hell is this guy?" Okay, cool. So last but not least, what do I hope for 2022? Dude, we already discussed about that, man. Come on. Okay, the second point. Second point. Um, I hope that I could continue on building the legacy. What I mean by that is, we all had this set of goals and things that we want to achieve, right? Or so-called New Year's resolutions. And I hope that I can keep up with my goals, my set goals that I've written, that I've planned. The thing about New Year's resolution is you don't have to complete it. You don't have to plan a big thing, a big giant chunk. You know what I mean? Like, for example, uh, I want to get I want to get muscular as The Rock, for example. Okay, you maybe you can, but how about you take that goal and then you just make it into a bite-sized goals. What I mean by that is that, okay, for instance, you want to have a body like The Rock. So what's your plan? You need to count your calories, you need to measure what you eat, and of course, it doesn't mean that you have to have a strict goals. It's not fun in that. When it comes to achieving your goals, it doesn't have to be really strict, really sort of one straight way. No, you can have different paths. Just enjoy the process. It's not about the results, it's about enjoying the process. Yeah, it's all about enjoying the process. And if you're not enjoying the process, you're not going to enjoy the results because you're not going to get the results. So I would say, yeah, just tweak a little bit in the process. Whatever your goals are, whether you want to have or whatever you want to have a muscular body, or you want to build a big business, you want to start a YouTube channel, for instance, you don't have to have a big production or expensive equipment. Just start small. I would say start small in anything that you've done. So that would be my wisdom words to you and to myself too, because I had this kind of quote unquote perfectionist kind of mentality, and that's bad. So that's why I didn't do lots of planned contents because I was so paranoid about the process, and I don't enjoy the process. But right now, I would say I hope that I really keep on coping with my goals and enjoying the process. And yeah, that's the second point, right? I don't know. I lost count, man. I lost count. I need to plan this in the future, right? It's already half an hour, so I'm just gonna wrap up. That's it, I guess. So I just want to say thank you for listening to my rant. I'm sorry that today's episode is last episode of 2021 is super weird and it's just so sudden because I don't plan, and I just want to make sure that I end 2021 with style and uh, hoping all the best for 2022. And so my wisdom words to you guys is don't give up on yourself yet. I know you've listened to I know you've been listening to this word many times, but I would say don't give up on yourself, not yet. Don't give up on yourself yet because the world still needs you, and whatever you're doing, keep on enjoying the process. Of course, you're gonna fall down hard. You're gonna fall down on your face super hard, and you're gonna feel like give up. It's okay. Allow yourself to feel that, and try to have a conversation with yourself, and try to keep yourself accountable to enjoy the process back. And whatever you do, have faith in yourself. And yeah, that was it. And I would say I hope you had a blast new year, and I'll see you around 2022. That's a weird outro. Actually, I had lots of things to say, but I'm just gonna cut it short because it's taking too much time. So, okay, here's my outro. I just want to say thank you for listening to today's episode, last episode of 2021. And as always, I wish all of you and all of your family members are happy, healthy, safe, and well during these times. And Happy New Year. See you guys in 2022, and let's rock 2022. Signing out. Peace. Wow, what a great episode. I just want to say thank you so much for listening. And I am so grateful for your time. And I hope you can learn something from today's episode. And as always, I wish you and your family are happy, healthy, safe, and well during these times.